Hello everyone, my name is Ziamaro and welcome to Battlerite Sage. So, a few of you have asked about how to avoid tilt. Tilt is something that almost everyone experiences from time to time, and having control over it is one of the most important skills in Battlerite, and just about any other game for that matter. First, what exactly is tilt? I hadn't actually heard the expression until a couple of years ago, but now it's a word you'll hear a lot in gaming culture. The word actually originates from poker, and it refers to a state of mental or emotional confusion or frustration leading to less optimal strategies. This usually results in the player becoming overly aggressive. I think most people have an understanding of what it means, but sometimes you see it being used interchangeably with rage. Both raging and tilting can have a similar effect on your gameplay, but it's important to make the distinction between the two. Rage is generally just anger, and the way you deal with that is basically just anger management. Tilt is more of an inward-facing state of mind. You may not be angry, but your eagerness to win or your frustration from losing a few games in a row will lead to bad plays, which just makes things worse. Tilt is a bit of a negative feedback loop, and that's why it's important to learn to deal with it, because it will happen from time to time. So, what sort of things might you do when you're tilted? One of the most common ones in Battlerite is forcing engagements. The best example of this is a champion like Rygon. A calm and centered Rygon player will look to land their E ability and then recast it to engage on the enemy. If they miss the E ability, they might just poke around for a bit until a good opportunity arises. A tilted Rygon player, on the other hand, might miss their E ability and then just go screw it and force an engagement with their space ability. At this point, you've basically just gone all in. If the enemy identifies what you've just done, you're going to get focused really hard. So you better hope that you have a great team who've seen what you've done and then cover for you. The same thing can happen with defensive abilities. Let's take Lucy for example. A good Lucy knows that her barrier is one of the main things that deters people from focusing her. Any player who knows this might poke the Lucy a bit at the start of the round to try and bait her barrier. So as a Lucy player, you should play calm, maintain a good position, and avoid using the barrier early unless it's necessary. A tilted Lucy player might barrier the second they take some damage for fear of getting instantly focused. This might buy you a couple of seconds, but the second that barrier goes down, you're going down with it. This is especially true if it happens at the start of the round and you don't have enough energy to dodge roll. So how do you avoid tilt? The number one thing that tilts most players is rank anxiety. A lot of us see our ranks as our progress, and we're really keen not to lose that progress. So the obvious answer is to just stop caring about your rank, right? Yeah, kinda. But you hear this spouted a lot, and it is correct. But I think a lot of us will have already identified that rank anxiety causes us to tilt. So telling someone not to care about rank is just a diagnosis, not a solution. So what are some solutions to rank anxiety? What I do personally is set up a second account. I used to play a lot of Overwatch, and I did reasonably well in Season 1, but Season 2 and 3 I had some big issues with rank anxiety. Some point during Season 3 I think there was a sale on, so I bought a second copy of Overwatch. I did it literally just to practice stuff I was too nervous to try on my main account, but because it was my second account, I really had no attachment to my rating. In Season 1 I was a support main in Overwatch, but I really wanted to try out other stuff. I've been playing shooters since I was 11, so it's not like I was playing support because I was incapable of playing DPS. I was just a bit too nervous. So I played a bunch of different DPS on my second account, and I really clicked with Pharah. And because I didn't care about my rank, all I was really focusing on was getting better. So I played the crap out of Pharah, and I ended up going from mid-gold through platinum, through diamond, and I ended up getting a sliver under Grandmaster in the end. I definitely improved when I was playing on my second account, but I think more than anything else, I just didn't care about my rank while I was playing on it. And in the process, I learnt a bunch of heroes that I wouldn't even have thought to try. And not only that, but even when I play on my main account, I don't really care about my rank now. In Battlerite, it's even easier because setting up a new account is totally free. Obviously, some champions are more expensive than others, but quite a few are affordable after just completing the tutorial and the first few achievements. So if you have rank anxiety, just set up a new account and just play to improve rather than worrying about your rank. And always remember, your rank isn't there as a measure of progress. It's just a number that the matchmaker uses to place you in fair games. I am definitely as guilty of this as anyone else, but I think all of us need to stop attaching our self-worth in the game to a number that doesn't really mean anything. Another aspect that is fairly unique to Battlerite is extreme fatigue. In a game like Overwatch, there are short periods of downtime. Sometimes you need to reset a fight and you might wait for 10 to 15 seconds before re-engaging. In MOBAs, you have a variety of things to do, killing creeps, pushing lanes, going back to base to buy stuff. But in Battlerite, you have the short time between rounds, but those 2-minute bursts are so much more intense than anything else I've played. If you chain too many games together without a break, the mental fatigue will really take its toll. It's such a common thing to hear, to take breaks to avoid tilt, but in Battlerite in particular, I think it's more important than any other game. You can get some serious mental fatigue in this game, so I would definitely recommend taking short breaks between games. You may not have thought about it, but Grand Champion players naturally get breaks between games because of the queue times, and a lot of them will do something else while they wait. But if you're in Diamond or lower, the queue times can be pretty short, so you need to actively decide to take short breaks. I'll usually go back through my previous game in the Odium, or grab a glass of water, or just watch a YouTube video between games. You don't need to do it between every game, but I'd say you should take a short break at least every 3 games. It doesn't have to be for long, even just 2 minutes of chilling will make a big difference. If you work on dealing with rank anxiety and avoid mental fatigue through short breaks, you should be able to avoid tilt. However, once you notice yourself tilting, don't play a few more games to see if your luck improves. Just stop. I've been a long-time sufferer of ulcerative tiltitis. Thought of a flare-up was almost always on my mind. I was constantly thinking about what time I should play, what teammates to avoid, and to me that was normal, until I talked to my doctor. She told me that Mimazole helps people like me get ulcerative tiltitis under control, and keep it under control where other methods haven't worked. Mimazole can lower your ability to function in social situations, including dinner parties and royal visits. Serious outbursts, including public kappa fits, can even occur in severe cases. Before treatment, get tested for TB, and tell your doctor if you've been to areas of the internet where the term Rule 34 might apply. Raise your expectations. Ask your gastromemologist about Mimazole today.